Hey everybody, welcome back to Kat's Vegan Kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you how to make one of my favorite snacks, homemade pistachio butter. I can make this with just 2 ingredients, and even though maybe it's not as popular or well known as peanut butter, it's twice as delicious. Let's get started. You want to start this recipe by preheating your oven to about 325-350 degrees. The pistachios you use are going to be unsalted, unroasted raw pistachios. The greener the color, the better the flavor. There are a couple reasons I love pistachio butter more than I love peanut butter. 1, it tastes way better. 2, you can serve it as a vegan appetizer. You can just put a bowl out and people will dip vegetables or fruit in it. One of my favorite ways to serve it is with apples and a little bit of granola on top. But most importantly, it's super healthy. It is loaded with fiber, which is a good prebiotic for your gut, so it helps maintain gut health. It has a lot of potassium, and it won't raise your blood sugar level because it's low on the glycemic index. Spread about 3 cups of your raw unsalted pistachio nuts onto a baking sheet, and we're going to roast those in the oven till we start smelling the pistachio flavor. My pistachios roasted for a total of about 9 minutes. I'm gonna let them cool for just a minute or 2. This next part is super easy, but it does require patience. We're gonna take our warm but not hot pistachios and we're gonna put them in our food processor. And then we're gonna process by pulsing, and then processing until our pistachios become a paste and then eventually a butter. It may take up to about 10 minutes. I like to start by pulsing the pistachios until they make a fine crumb. At that point, I'm going to take my lid off and add in about a half a teaspoon of salt. You can add in more later if you don't think it's salty enough. After you have a fine powder and you've added your salt, you're going to go ahead and process it. Remember, you're going to have to scrape down the sides. You're going to think that this is never going to work. You're going to think it's going to stay crummy the whole time. But right around the 3 to 5 minute mark, you'll notice the consistency change from crummy to more globular. That's when your nut butter is starting to be formed. I like my pistachio butter really nice and creamy, so I often add in about a tablespoon of a neutral oil. This is one of my favorite simple vegan snacks to put in my lunchbox, but I also love to make it as an appetizer for parties. You can serve it with fresh fruit like apples or peaches. You can also play with the flavors. Try adding in a little bit of cocoa powder or a little bit of lemon. And if you like things sweet, you can always add in a teaspoon of maple syrup, which makes it really delicious. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I will see you next time on Kat's Vegan Kitchen. Enjoy!